So he told him, I need to suffer. The Son of Man must suffer many things, and I need to be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed. And after 3 days, rise again. But then he said plainly, and he said this plainly, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. And what he said, and you can see it clearly in Matthew, the same account in Matthew, was that, no, you don't do that. I'll do that. You don't go and die. Because he didn't understand. And then Jesus said something really radical to Peter. Get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. And he wasn't referring to Peter. He was referring to what Peter said. No, you don't have to go and do this. Get behind me, Satan, for you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man. And here lies a big problem with most of us. That we have eyes to see, but we can't see. We have ears to hear, but we really can't hear. And Jesus, even to the believers that have been walking with him for a long time, are still looking as if people are just blurry trees. They really can't see him clearly for what he is and who he is and why he came and why we worship him. Because our eyes are set on the things of man, the purposes of man, the mammon or the money of man, the power of man, the pride of man, the self-righteousness of man, all kinds of things. Our minds are set on that, even after our eyes are opened up to him being the Christ. And then he called the crowd to him with his disciples. Now he's calling not just his disciples to him, but he's calling all of us to him. And he's going to establish something even greater right now. It's like I said, he's ascended, now he's descended, and he's calling all of us to go with him. And he called to the crowd with his disciples, says, if anyone would come after me, then let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it. For whoever would save his life will lose it. Doesn't make sense. But whoever loses his life for my sake and for the gospel's will save it. Interesting. In order to live, we must die. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? For what can a man give in return for his soul? For whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, this is important, of him will the Son of Man also be ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. So guys, there's a lot of the message or the word here, the teaching of Jesus that just spoke to you in about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. And we could spend a lifetime dissecting and opening these passages of Scripture up. There's so many personal applications here, it makes a pastor like me have pastoral ADD on which one to pick. But I want to go back to the blind man because it's in there for a reason. And I will attest that I am much like the blind man. I am much like someone that initially has a revelation of Jesus. I'm like Peter, like I can see clearly, he spit in my eyes, if you will, and I suddenly see him, but I still have like cataracts. I still can't quite see him real clearly. And so therefore, a man that doesn't see him clearly doesn't really follow him clearly. He doesn't really worship him clearly. Now, we all fall short of the glory of God. When Pastor Tony prayed over me, he did not know where we were going, but he said, even if the word will convict someone of their sin today, let it convict us of our sin. Because the reason why he came, he just said, was to go to the cross and die. But he didn't go to the cross and die because he was rejected. He went to the cross and died because he carried the weight of our sin with him. This man who was blind, if you notice, if you go back there, let's just go back there just for a second. When they brought him to him, many of us are brought to Jesus by our friends or by our parents. They kind of lead us to him. But until we have that personal contact with him, until the breath of the Ruha breath of Christ blows inside of our lungs, if you will, and we really revealed that truth, that we're really regenerated, really born again, we can't see him. Scripture says that the God of this world has blinded our eyes. And that same God of this world will continue to put cataracts even over believers' eyes, thinking that something else can bring greater value than him.